Hey everybody, welcome back to Omega Zone Gaming. I'm not at 100%, but I am 100% back. So, for the first review on the bracket, Final Fantasy IX for the PS4. So how did this game fare to what it was back in the PS1 days? Does it hold up? Actually, yes, it surprisingly does. There's a few issues here and there, but it's not anything big. It's not anything you can't get through. So, first of all, story. So the story is about Zidane, who is sent to the Kingdom of Alexandria to kidnap its princess. So, her real name is Princess Granite. By the game's lore, she goes by Dagger. The first part of the game pretty much consists of you kidnapping her and then solving up the war between Alexandria and all the other great nations. I'm not going to go any deeper because if you haven't had a chance to play it, I don't want to ruin the story for you. The story gets a 5 out of 5. It's a great story. It holds up really well. It's a story that's relatable to what it's about. Even, especially today with our own political stuff going on, it really does hold up. So, now on to graphics. These graphics are a 4 out of 5 for holding up as well as they do. When you're in battle, there's enough facial features, the lights look really good. They go for this Dow aesthetic, which works really well. I'm not going to dock a whole lot of points, because this is a 1999 game. Pure and simple. It really is. So, a 4 out of 5 for that reason. We'll go in and I'll show you a little bit of it. Hold on. 999 mode. We'll turn on high speed mode. So these are the world map graphics, which are okay. Let's go into... So, as you can see, character models are pretty well. And animations are pretty good for attacking as well. Okay, so... you have multiple characters in this game too, and the artwork when you're inside here is just, look at that. Look at that artwork. That holds the test of time right there. That is some good artwork from back in the 90s, and it still looks good. I use Zidane as my profile picture on PlayStation, in fact. So, a 4 out of 5 for the graphics. Audio. So I'm going to let you hear a little bit of this. There is no voice acting. This is pre-Final Fantasy X. But let's go ahead and listen to the soundtrack a bit. So as you hear, the music in this game is really, really phenomenal. 5 out of 5. The musical score is probably one of the best parts of any Final Fantasy, but definitely this Final Fantasy. Okay, so a couple things is, let's see. So Zidane's going to be on his own, so I'm going to turn on battle assistance just for this. So when we go into the combat system, so you have your classic Final Fantasy setup: attack, defend, item, and change. Change really doesn't do anything. Dying is a special to this attack. So when I'm in this, let's go for solution 9. It does a nuclear attack. Couldn't steal anything. Let's try stealing again. Stodor. And since I have Mug equipped, it killed him. So, as you can see, all that stuff is really good. Okay, so in your menu, you have items, which you can use, arrange, and key. Now, some key items, like the Griffin's Heart or Dogga's Artifact, might seem like they don't have any use right now, but they do later in the game. Unlike previous Final Fantasies, they didn't split your weapons and armor up. Those are under your normal items, so keep track of what you're using, what you're not using, basically. Abilities. In this game, you learn standard attack abilities, like Flee, What's That, Annoy, Lucky 7, Detect, and Soul Blade. But you also have equip abilities, which you use crystals to equip. You earn a certain amount of crystals when you level up here and there. That's how you equip those. Equipment. So each equipment allows you to learn abilities. So as you see, the very earrings are letting me learn level up right now. Now if I unequip this item before it finishes, I don't get to keep it. But if it has the 3 stars showing that you finished, then you keep that item for good. So I can remove my Mithril Armor and go to the Bone Wrist. Yeah, I would lose, you know, a little bit here and there, but I could do that if I wanted to and still have Bug Killer. You have your status, which basically gives you basic information. You can use help to check things like your experience on the main screen. Order, so if I was, you know, with a party, I can order my characters any way that I want to. It doesn't affect the world map, but it does affect combat. Card. So there's a card game called Tetramaster. It's not good. Collecting the cards themselves can be fun, but the overall game is pretty broken. It uses math, but broken math, because for some reason, like, I could have a 17 card, somebody could have a 2 card, 2 attack power card, but they could still win by pure chance, as it were. And then configuration, which has your sound effects, your cursor, which I recommend leaving to initial, your ATV, if you want harder, active, otherwise wait. Battle camera, I leave as auto. Skip battle camera, I turn off. Movement, always set to run. It will start on walk, set it to run, trust me. You can top off your field message and your battle speeds. Your hero icon, window color, which just makes it classic Final Fantasy or the normal Final Fantasy 9 color. Vibration, on and off. It gives you some tutorials as well as the title screen. Okay, so these down here are actual cheats. If you turn these on, you will not be able to disable them. More importantly, they will deactivate your trophies. So if you're a Final Fantasy 9 fan and you just want to play the story for old time's sakes, and you don't care about trophies, absolutely turn them on, but otherwise, leave them off. I'll probably turn them on my second run through, but that's it. Okay, so once you hit pause, turn all these off. So you have several menu options. L1 is battle assistance, which puts you in trance mode. L2 is 9999 mode, which lets you do 9,999 damage. R1 is high speed mode. I recommend high speed mode if nothing else, because this game's frame rates are abysmal. It's a PS1 game through and through. Even though it's the PC version, this game, when it was made, 15 to 20 frames per second was considered good back then. And safe travel, if you want to do like a level 1 run or something, per se, you can turn safe travel on, which will only let you fight bosses. If you're looking for a real challenge, then turn safe travel on and let it go for the entire game. So, you know, the gameplay gets a 5 out of 5. So I gave story a 5 out of 5, graphics a 4 out of 5, audio a 5 out of 5, and gameplay a 5 out of 5. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not played this game ever, go do so. This is a good game for $20. It is a 5 out of 5 game. You can do much worse than what is considered one of the best Final Fantasies for $20. I have bought much worse for $20. Natural Doctrine, for instance. Until next time, like if you like, sub if you want. Remember to turn on that notification button. Remember to leave comments if you feel the need. And this is Omega Zone Gaming. I will be back soon with another review, and I am out.